WP Engine is a WordPress hosting expert. But should you host every WordPress website with this provider? Maybe not. Welcome to WebsiteToolTester.com, where we help you launch your website. So, one thing I'd like to mention right off the bat is that we are WP Engine users ourselves. This Austin-based provider is one of the few we rely on for our business, as we needed a stable solution for our growing number of visitors. But will it be the right provider for you? Let's break it down together. The first thing you'll notice is that WP Engine's prices are at the higher end of the spectrum. Their entry plan, called Startup, seems to align with the mid or high-tier prices of other providers like SiteGround and A2 Hosting, for instance. And it only gets more expensive from there. So, it's one site with Startup that can welcome 25,000 visitors a month, 10 gigabytes of storage, and 50 gigabytes of bandwidth. With Growth, it's up to 10 websites, 100,000 monthly visitors, 20 gigabytes of storage, and 200 gigabytes of bandwidth. Scale allows 400,000 monthly visitors and up to 30 websites with 50 gigabytes of storage and 500 gigabytes of bandwidth. If you go over the limits, it will cost you around $2 per 1,000 extra visits. WP Engine calls their backend the User Portal. As you can see, it's easy to navigate with the left panel menu. Let's start with the Sites section, where you can see at a glance the amount of storage each site uses, along with the bandwidth and user visits of that month. It's very useful and super intuitive. Next is the Users section, where you can add or remove users and assign roles for team management. There's even an activity log to keep track of who made changes on the site. All in all, a really well-designed backend that makes sense and won't have too much of a learning curve for new team members. Backups with WP Engine are automatically created nightly and saved for a bit over 30 days. It's super easy to restore your site in a couple of clicks, and you can also save them on your computer as a zip file. Contrary to other hosts, we never experienced a major issue with the backups. Their system works really well overall. So, because WP Engine is specializing in WordPress, you get some cool perks, such as the ability to create a staging and live environment of your site. This means you can essentially work on a draft version to make changes. You test these changes, and if everything's A-OK, you can push them live in one click. It's a must-have for big sites who can't afford downtime because a plugin is wreaking havoc with the code, for instance. Other benefits include a built-in caching system and a CDN, which helps to deliver content faster from dozens of locations worldwide. If you haven't chosen a theme for your website, you can pick one up from their StudioPress themes selection, which are usually worth $100 to $150. And if you're trying to transfer an existing site to WP Engine, they have a free plugin that will help you with the job. WP Engine takes security seriously, as they include a number of features such as built-in firewalls, disk writing protection, secure FTP and SSH access, and a strict policy on which plugins are allowed or not. It's a trade-off between flexibility and safety, so do check out their list of restricted plugins before you sign up with them. Of course, it also comes with free SSL certificates and support for the latest and safest versions of PHP and MySQL. If you wanted an extra security layer for your account, you could enable the multi-factor authentication, which will ask you to confirm your login attempt with your phone. Now, how does WP Engine do when it comes to performance? It turns out it was one of the top winners in our independent speed and uptime tests. Let me show you. As you can see, WP Engine had a near 100% uptime over our 12-month test period. This aligns with our own experience and also proves that the 99.95% uptime guarantee isn't just a marketing gimmick. All the sites we hosted on WP Engine also loaded blazingly fast, with an average of 2.17 seconds. This is well under the 3 seconds loading time recommended by Google for the best SEO results. Support with WP Engine is one of the best I've tested. It's by live chat only for the lower plans, but you can get in touch 24/7, and the answers I got were usually on point. Plus, I'm a very big fan of the quality of their online resources. If you have a question about how to do something, a Google search usually brings up the right results straight away. So here are my main pros and cons for WP Engine. The performance. WP Engine is fast and reliable. If your website depends on delivering content around the world, your users and Google will love it. Backups and staging. You can clone your site and test what works and doesn't thanks to its staging environments. Plus, the 30 backups are great for peace of mind. High-quality support. No need to trawl through user forums and obscure support tickets. Any question I've had was pretty much always clearly answered, either by the WP Engine team or their online resources. Developers will love that WP Engine comes with advanced features such as SSH access and Git support that will make their job easier. Now, for the downsides, here's what would give me pause. The visitor limits can be a drag. If your website traffic is seasonal, it can be stressful to keep an eye on the visitor counter. The pricing is a bit steep. Sure, you get what you pay for in terms of performance and features, but it could be an obstacle to smaller businesses. Also, if you need a domain name or professional email addresses, they need to be purchased elsewhere. Some providers bundle them free with their plans, but not WP Engine. And that's it for our opinion of WP Engine. Don't forget to click on the link in the description to read the in-depth review, including more pros and cons and a list of recommended alternatives.